Hi there, thank you very much for tuning in. This is Sports Etc. Season 1, Episode 1, and it is completely revamped. My name is Mawande, and I never do this alone. Since we have night mode, I need my friends with me as well. Do you guys want to say hi to everyone watching?
Hey, what's up, Sam? Ludidi.
Hey, I'm Sechaba, Ramahlaha.
Cool. So in case you haven't seen this before, you don't know what it's all about, it is just three guys chilling in the back of a booth this time around, and we just dissect sporting topics at random, and we've got a list that we've chosen from, and we're going to be picking each topic from the list and dissecting it and talking about it as best as we can, and hope to teach you a thing or two as well. You may disagree with us as well, it doesn't matter. Comment and like, whatever else. Cool, so the Springboks are the Rugby World Champions. We've been on a high as a nation for the last 2 days. Do you guys find how different we are like right now from where we were 2 months ago? I know there was like a general hope, but not an actual expectation of winning it, and that would be in this moment right now.
Yeah, I think going into the World Cup, there were doubts and something, but obviously, like you said, there were hopes and all that. I think the performance leading to the World Cup was a bit, you could say they would maybe make up to the semi-finals.
They're scripted. I don't think you could have scripted a thing in the World Cup. Going into the World Cup, I think the biggest talk was South Africa, New Zealand, the first pool game, and then how they go separate ways and meet again in the final. But no one expected to see Japan beating Ireland. No one expected to see a Uruguay victory. Also, no one expected England to beat New Zealand in the semis either. So, I don't think you could have scripted any of that.
Okay, sweet. Okay, cool. Favorite moments from the World Cup this year?
Oh, Japan beating Ireland must be. Obviously, the Springboks lifting the cup is right at the top. But that goes without saying. But I think Japan beating Ireland to me was top of the range.
Mine, I wouldn't say it's like my favorite, but I think it made a lot of difference. For me, for Springbok to lose the first match, I think for them it gave them that spark. So that was the moment for me. I knew from there they could lift their heads.
This morning, I woke up to the news that Benny McCarthy had been fired at Cape Town City.
I think with Benny, because you saw how the introduction of Cape Town City, they were like, you could see they were building a brand, and Benny was that face of the brand that built the brand. So for me also, it was like shocking to hear that, because also they have like a good, wonderful relationship with the chairman. I think he has the most wonderful relationship with the chairman. So for him to hear that he was sacked,
I will disagree with you on that one, because I saw a tweet from somebody, Carl Lewis, shout out. He is out based in Cape Town, and he was saying that John Committee's and Benny McCarthy's relationship was just for the cameras. Behind closed doors, they didn't talk. Which leads me to the question again as well. That he actually gave him a long chance, because he won 2 out of his last 18 games.
2 out of 18. So do you really think then it wasn't a long time coming? I mean, if you compare it to international football and stuff, you look at the English scene, the Spanish scene, and those guys get sacked off the 4 losses.
Yeah, Nico Kovac also got fired over the weekend. He lost 2 games out of 10 this season. At Bayern Munich, and he's out. Very disappointing. The Proteas probably came back from India, one national team that's not performing at the minute, not making anyone happy.
Can I leave the conversation at this point in time?
We need you for this one, because you're the cricket expert here. What the hell is wrong with the Proteas?
Look, it's a reshuffle, and I think the Proteas went through the same phase when Graham Smith, Jacques Cullis, Mark Boucher, there was a mass exodus of Proteas players that left around just before AB de Villiers started another mass exodus of his own. But I think it's a rebuilding phase. Cricket Australia went through the same thing about 8 years ago as well. Mitchell Starks were coming onto the scene, Nathan Lyons were cracking onto the scene as well. England did so just before the Cricket World Cup this year too. But the problem with Proteas cricket, it's not on the field. For me personally, I don't think it's on the field. It's everything that's happening off the field and higher up in the boardrooms and such as well. Particularly with you're restructuring the entire boardroom while you're trying to put together a new squad.
And
that's chaotic.
Also, CSA is leaking a lot of money, so I could get the boardroom angle for it. What is the fix then? Because all the problems start at the top, but it's manifesting out on the field.
Plug the leaks. I think whatever's happening on the field is not going to fix itself until we plug the leaks up top.
So then, do we brace ourselves for 5 years of average Proteas?
I wouldn't say that, because the quality of the Proteas players that we've got is incredible. I mean, you look at how the guys perform at IPL, you look at how the guys perform at the Big Bash. I mean, these are guys who are topping scorecards in terms of runs and wicket taking as well. But when you plug the leagues upstairs, there's plenty of talent. There's so much more that the guys have to get, particularly the fellas coming through.
Okay, cool. People coming through. We've got a series against England. Who stays in the squad? Who leaves?
Zubair Hamza's got to get into starting 11. That's a definite. He's really got to get into starting 11. I think Keegan Peterson and Reinhard van Tonder, those are names that aren't spoken about.
Yeah,
really.
That was player of the season last season.
Yeah,
right? Keegan Peterson, top scorer.
Yeah,
and Reinhard's what, a couple of hundreds?
Yeah,
big 100 now. Just the past week, 204. I think. So
look, Andrich Nortje, he's doing well. KG needs to take a bit of a rest.
Okay. Big one. Everyone talks about him as a future captain. Aiden Markram. Does he stay? Does he go?
I think Aiden Markram has got to play a bit more domestic cricket at the moment. I don't think his head is in international cricket. Look, I think the series against England now would be a big test.
It's a very unpopular opinion.
It is.
Like Aiden Markram is the Henry Pollard of cricket.
Yeah.
He gets backed no matter. He got pulled in, young guy, captained junior cricket team, national team, and he got thrust into an opening position as an opening batsman very early on. And then there's just like, no, Aiden Markram, you stay no matter what.
Here's why I say that. I've shared a cricket field with Aiden Markram, played against him, and the Aiden Markram that played then is definitely not the Aiden Markram that's being presented now.
Okay.
And I think cricket is a 98% mental game, and then there are other 2% of skill and everything else that you throw into the game. I just don't think Aiden's head is at the right place at the moment. And I'm very worried that we're going to do with Aiden what we did with the Stean van Zyl.
Do you think they keep him in the squad just for experience, or is it more than that or something?
Oh, it's a tough one, because the question is, you want him completely out?
No,
who comes in?
Go chill for a bit.
Who comes in?
There's plenty of guys at the minute. I'm not a him. Aiden Markram and Tennis DeBrain must go back to Titans. Go make a mountain of runs. Go do the most that you can. Temba Bavuma, my bro. It's touch and go with him.
I still remain that we missed the plot with Temba in short format cricket, but back to the test match.
It's touch and go because we can't always. We need a recent performance from him, a good performance that we can be like, no, Temba, you deserve your spot. It's touch and go with him, but definitely Aiden and Tennis for me are not in. I would like to see also a personal thing inside. Quinton de Kock moving up the order, moving as a specialist batsman number 4 and getting in a wicket keeper.
So can I propose to you that a Carl Verheyen comes in as a wicket keeper batter?
No, covering Rudy second as keepers.
Okay, fair enough.
Whoever makes the most runs out of the two of them, you can get into the process.
And then because you've chucked 3 of them out, one of them is sort of sitting on the fence, between Keegan Peterson and Reinhard van Tonder, who's the third person who's sitting on the fringe?
Bring both of them into the squad.
Okay.
Reinhard's got a lot to learn, and I promise you now, I think he's probably the best talent going around in South Africa, his age at the minute.
Also sitting in a very similar position as Aiden Markram was in, captain the SN9 side, made a mountain of runs.
Exactly that.
Continuing to make a mountain of runs in all formats of the game. So,
and I think it's funny, you can ease him into the squad and you can also thrust him into but I think it's going to be a wake-up call for Markram as well. And I think he could do that.
Can we pick an 11? Dean Algar opening the batting with Quinton de Kock.
Do you want Quinton to open?
Yeah, if he's not going to open, then he can't bat for it.
Okay, cool, go for it. I'll go for David Warner type opener.
But he's got to play his natural game. Got to play his natural game. Number 3, who's going to buy number 3?
Keep Faf.
Zubair Hamza.
Keep Faf. I'll keep Faf.
Faf at 3. Zubair at 4.
Zubair Hamza at 4. Temba at 5.
Temba at 5.
Rassie van der Dussen 6.
Rassie van der Dussen 6. There's an eyebrow raiser.
I think Rassie van der Dussen needs to be playing test cricket.
Okay, and then you've got your wicket keeper coming in at number 7.
Wicket keeper 7, whether it's Calvarena or Rudy second.
And then the bowlers take care of themselves
and
at this point.
I think the bowlers have been carrying South Africa for years. And it's about time we get in a squad that is going to, a squad of batsmen who is going to start putting in their shift. So,
enough, the tribe has spoken.
Racism in European football is trending almost every week. A couple of weeks ago, we had the Bulgaria incident with the England players, Mikey Chance and whatever. Bulgarians denying that it happened at all. Watch it. There was racism last night with Mario Balotelli. He wanted to walk off the field. What is the reaction that you expect from a player? What is right? What is wrong in that one?
I think, okay, whatever he did, because it was out of like emotions. The emotions got ahead of him, and I think because he also like pick up the ball, it was in the field. So it was a question of is it a red card, a yellow card, or what? But I think it was frustrating for him. I think I can accept that because man, he's been bullied for how long?
Officiating in the PSL, very big talking point. I know last week there was a famous offside goal for Orlando Pirates against Highlands Park, and it was miles offside. I think a one-eyed man would have seen it. And the linesman was right there. I mean, I wasn't blown and I could see that it was offside.
You see the eyes of the linesman.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I apologize. I wasn't going there. He's cross-eyed. So I'm very sorry.
Squint is the term you were looking for. But with that being said, how do you fix it? Who takes responsibility for it?
A lot of people are talking about professionalizing officiating.
Okay.
But I also think, man, these guys do this day in and day out. I can always forgive you for making an error, but there's a time when errors are just too frequent for me to accept that. No, because then it's a general thing now. I think professionalizing the officials, intense, rigorous training, and because the other thing you have to realize, this is at the end of the day, a lot of money is at stake. Forget the results. But these are people's livelihoods, these are people's jobs, these are people's contracts that are up for grabs and up at stake when you end up losing things. I mean, we're talking about coaches getting fired. I mean, at the end of the day, you might have lost because of an official, but the scoreboard, the result, the log table says you lost and you're at the bottom. VAR was implemented for the first time on a global scale that we all saw it. I quite enjoyed it. Actually, what did you make of that? Because I thought that was very, very professional.
I liked it for the fact that good decisions, it made like correct decisions, and because people were satisfied. But now there was a question of maybe there was an opinion. I don't remember from who, but maybe they should show on the big screen at the stadium if the goal is ruled out. Why is it ruled out? Was it a handball or something? You can't just write no goal. Then the people don't know why. So maybe they can improve on that.
So we know that VAR is not going anywhere, right? So then what is the fix? Is the fix to make it like a rugby, where you have the decision and everybody knows what's going on?
I think so. You can almost sort of combine a rugby and a cricketing thing with the DRS kind of vibe, where you say to a team, you've got 2 referrals, use them how you wish throughout the 90 minutes, and then you've got to mic the referee and give the sound in-house to the rest of the supporters, particularly when a VAR decision has been made. But I did read a tweet this morning that says that the issue now that we're having with VAR is that we're speaking about VAR more than we were speaking about the referee's incorrect decisions.
That hit the nail on the head on that one. I like that. Cool. And lastly, Lewis Hamilton, now a 6-time champion. I liked it when he was five-time. Lewis Hamilton, is he going to break Michael Schumacher's record?
I mean, I predicted this the previous episode, the first one. He's going on 8, bro. Trust me. He's going to surpass 7. I'm still sticking with my story.
I like Lewis Hamilton quite a lot. But again, was Formula 1 so predictable, or is he just that dominant as a driver?
I think he's that dominant, and he's still got a lot of driving left in him as well. If he's treated right, he's going to go a very long way. I think he might even go past 8.
Yeah, 10 is possible. Also, adding on that, I don't think he's like predictable. I would agree with Sam. He was so dominant. You could look at the performance of Charles Leclerc. He was just there. Even Max Verstappen.
Okay.
It's just that
I remember
Louis
I asked you this last year as well. Max Verstappen era is the one that's coming up, you said.
5 years.
There's Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else who can possibly challenge Lewis Hamilton to the finish? Because I see a lot of people saying that Sebastian Vettel is washed.
Yeah, he's washed.
Guys, that guy's he's won 4.
I don't feel him anymore.
But also, his most recent wins have sort of been like one-hit wonders. Okay. So he's on and then he's off, and then he's on and then he's off. When Lewis Hamilton doesn't win a World Series, it's because he's lost it by half a point.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So I think over the next 3 to 4 years, it's going to be Lewis Hamilton all the way to the end. and then we'll see if there's another 16-year-old protege that's coming through.
Okay, I like
Take
that.
over the ranks.
Cool. And on that note, that is all we have for you on Sports Etc. Season 1, Episode 1. And you can like, subscribe, and follow us all on our socials. I think they're going to be down here somewhere.
Yeah.
And yeah, guys, goodbyes. Anything else?
Yeah. Go enjoy
words?
the sports week, and yeah.
Go the Boca. That's all I can say.
World champions, baby.
World champions.
World
All
champions.
right, absolutely loved it. Thank you guys so much for today. I really, really enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed it as well, and we'll see you on the next one.